3, 2, 1.
What to do with old, stale bread? How would you do this? The answer is A. Make breadcrumbs in a food processor. What may be the reason for them getting fired? The answer is D. They weren't getting along with their coworkers. What may be the reason for them basing their trip on Phoenix? The answer is B. Because family lives there. What is the term used for the ability of salamanders to grow back lost limbs and other body parts? The answer is B. Regeneration. What do I believe to be my main problem? The answer is C. I believe the lack of discipline is my problem. Extensive folding of sedimentary rock layers on Earth provides indirect evidence of certain processes occurring throughout Earth's history. Which of these is most likely one of these processes? The answer is A. Convective heat loss from Earth's mantle. Which male character from the Fairly Odd Parents is somewhat obsessed with Timmy? The answer is D. Sanjay. Why couldn't the speaker leave their belongings laying around? The answer is B. They wanted to be sure they were safe. What does the respiratory system exchange between the body and the outside air? The answer is B. Gases. Prevent drips from ice cream cones. How would you do this? The answer is A. Stick a piece of chocolate at top of cone. When was Blackpool added to the county? The answer is D. 1904. What will the fabric be used for? The answer is D. It will be used in a wedding. Which two things interact most in the water cycle? The answer is B. Oceans and the sun. When did Henry Roman II appropriate the estates of the late Earl of Cornwall? The answer is C. 1175. In what year did Arsenal qualify to be in the First Division? The answer is B. 1904. Deoxyribonucleic acid DNA is a nucleotide that stores what type of information? The answer is A. Genetic. Where did Blanche Devereaux from the Golden Girls work? The answer is B. At a museum. Erase highlighter marks. How would you do this? The answer is A. Use Q-tip and apple juice. What may be the reason for getting up so late? The answer is D. To feed my kid. What is the first name of the filmmaker Burton, known as the creator of many horror films? The answer is C. Tim. What is the reason I was sprawled on the pebbles? The answer is C. I passed out. In what year was Taylor extradited from Nigeria? The answer is D. 2006. The first day of the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, can only occur on which of these days? The answer is B. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday. How do I feel about what he thinks? The answer is A. I couldn't care less about what he thinks. Why do most people believe they are unique? The answer is B. Because of the special bias. Who plays Mr. Pink in Quentin Tarantino's feature debut Reservoir Dogs? The answer is D. Steve Buscemi. Which of the following is not a type of spider? The answer is B. Glass spider. To prevent your hair from getting oily and gross, how would you do this? The answer is A. Wash your hair regularly with a quality dish soap. Plant supply, ultimately most of the food eaten by terrestrial animals, along with what gas? The answer is A. Oxygen. What advice did the three mice from the pet shop in G-Force give to Blaster when a boy takes him from his cage? The answer is A. Poop on his hand. Poop on his hand. When was the Andorran Constitution produced?
The answer is B. 1993.
One seeks to make a space-efficient piece of furniture for a child. How would you do this? The answer is A. One should build a stand-along desk. To prevent dripping before soldering vertical joints in plumbing pipe, how would you do this? The answer is A. Add excess flux before soldering. Plant cells have structures that animal cells? The answer is A. Lack. In what year was the Statute of Laborers rejected? The answer is A. 1351. How do you get drunk? How would you do this? The answer is A. Drink a glass of alcohol. Of what origin is the surname Kerr? The answer is A. Scottish. Which state of matter is not common on Earth? The answer is C. Plasma. Water from the land and oceans enters the atmosphere by which process? The answer is D, evaporation. If not a chemical, what is the technological diagnosis of the spot? The answer is D, dead pixel. The 2012 British GT Championship was won by a car that was first introduced in what year? The answer is D, 1999. When was Take Up born? The answer is C, 1521. What type of blood vessels carry blood away from the heart? The answer is A, arteries. Make an emergency pants belt. How would you do this? The answer is A, use dental floss. What is the most important way that humans communicate? The answer is C, language. What year did the show Bewitched first hit the airwaves? The answer is C, 1964. What percentage of electrical power in the United States is made by steam turbines? The answer is B, 90. What characteristic of DNA results in cell differentiation in developing embryos? The answer is C, which genes are active. Why is the narrator feeling disgruntled? The answer is A, they feel too masculine. Where was M. Night Shyamalan raised?